What if ancient wisdom could speak directly to your life today? Welcome to Torah From Boca, where Rabbi David Baum brings the heart of Jewish tradition to the modern world. Each week, discover powerful lessons from Torah from Boca Raton, one of the fastest-growing Jewish populations in the world. We explore stories of leadership, resilience, and compassion, and help you find meaning for every stage of your journey. Whether you're a lifelong learner or just curious, tune in and let our Torah inspire you. Listen now to Torah from Boca with Rabbi David Baum.
You may be seated. I think I found the secret to getting you all here early, which is having a speaker here early, so who's not me. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to introduce our speaker. Usually we have a speaker towards the end of the services. Today we have a special speaker, Rachel Kaplan, who's actually also presenting at the Israeli IAC, the American Israeli Council, which they have an annual convention every year, conference, and it's here. And so there are many speakers here, and Rachel, and thanks to Gil, made the connection. Rachel Kaplan is a key leader at HaGal Sheli, which means, for those who know Hebrew, means my wave. And she serving in a senior partnerships and international development role within the organization. She was born in the U.S. in 1992, made Aliyah, and lives in Tel Aviv. Rachel holds a degree in diplomacy and international relations and has a deep connection to the sea. She's been surfing since childhood and describes the ocean as providing calmness and perspective on life. In her work at HaGal Sheli, she focuses on building partnerships with companies and organizations that support the NGO's mission, nurturing collaborations, volunteering, and expanding awareness of what they do in Israel and internationally. HaGal Sheli, which she'll tell you about, is an Israeli nonprofit that uses sea and surfing as tools for education, therapy, and empowerment. It was founded with the belief that the ocean, with its unpredictable waves and challenges, can be a powerful arena for fostering resilience, confidence, and personal growth, especially in youth and vulnerable populations. So they offer surf-based therapeutic programs, educational programs with therapists. As we know, the issue of mental health in Israel is a major issue. At least 1/3, if not 2/3, of all Israelis suffer from some sort of PTSD, which is a really crazy, remarkable statistics. And HaGal Sheli and organizations like HaGal Sheli are helping to heal a nation and a people. So I'd like to introduce our speaker, Rachel Kaplan.
Thank you so much.
You could speak from here or there, wherever you'd like.
Amazing.
Maybe in the center would be better.
Sure.
Okay.
First of all, thank you guys so much for the platform. We really appreciate it at HaGal Sheli, my wave. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So 75% and above, we can help trauma survivors not develop PTSD. Crazy, crazy statistics. You can change one person's life, and you can have them not develop flashbacks, nightmares, all the horrors that come along with surviving trauma. It's a crazy, crazy statistic, and if you can affect one life, you've affected many. So at HaGal Sheli, which means my wave in Hebrew, what we're doing is we're taking an alternative approach to therapy. In Israel, I don't know if you guys know, you have about a 6 to 7 month wait time just to get a psychologist. I'm talking direct trauma survivors that were in all of the kibbutzim and the yeshuvim down south. I say that personally because I was a lone soldier in kibbutz Nir Oz. Back in the day, I didn't live there on the 7th, but I know so many families that were affected by the trauma. And these people, once they've made that active decision to get help, which takes a while, they can now sit 6 to 7 months on waiting lists. And that's even if they connect with that psychologist that they found now. So what we're doing at HaGal Sheli is trying to cut that down, trying to help really bring a true radical change to the mental health sphere in Israel. So we've been working for the last over 12 years as a vendor of the Ministry of Defense's Rehabilitation Department. So we're not another initiative like all of the amazing ones that popped up after October 7th. We've actually been working with trauma survivors, those that are really every day suffering from PTSD, for years now. We understand what it means to live as a father or as a husband that's unable to control rage or having nightmares and unable to sleep through the night and how that's affecting them and why they can't hold down a job. So after years and years of experience of helping PTSD, those suffering from PTSD, to live with those symptoms, when October 7th happened, we sprung directly into action. I'm talking October 11th, 2023. Myself and our team of 22 sea experts, psychologists, and social workers were in the water with the children from Kfar Aza and Karmia. They talked to the kids from Be'eri. They knew people that survived the Nova. And within literally a matter of weeks, we had added thousands and thousands of direct trauma survivors to our program. Now we have over 4,500 trauma survivors from October 7th and reservists that are serving in Gaza and Lebanon that are a part of our program. So what's our program? Maybe you're asking. It's not just throwing the kids in the water and hoping something good comes out, although it's already good. You can re-traumatize them with, No, what we're doing is we have clear syllabuses, we have clear programming developed with some of the leading mental health experts in Israel. We come into the classroom and we talk about a theme, sea-related, so it can be balance. What tips me off? What makes me lose balance? It can be currents. They can be good. They can, help me as a surfer to get where I need to be, or they can drag me out to sea and they can really endanger me. So the sea is the same as life. We don't control what's out there. We don't know if it's going to be stormy. We don't know if it's going to be dangerous or totally flat, like today. So it's really the perfect metaphor to talk about what's happened to us. We didn't invite what happened on October 7th. We didn't invite all of the anti-Semitism that's come upon us just for being born a Jew. What we can do is there's certain things we can take into our own hands, and we can decide that we're going to get back out there. We're going to get back on with life. We're going to stand back up again. Because in surfing, you fall a lot. And that's what we're teaching them. It's okay to fall. We want you to fall. We want you to understand how you get back up. And having Nova survivors or reservists that are in their 5th round of Gaza come and be able to say, okay, I can't commit to a job right now, but I can commit to, 10, 15 weeks, surfing 3 hours a week. That I think I can do. From there, it trickles down. Okay, maybe I can start with a part-time job. I can go to that job interview. And slowly, slowly, you're affecting, in a really holistic way, their entire lives. So we're talking about children from Be'eri. We're talking about hostages, released, and including recently released hostages, their families, their partners, their kids. We have over 30 people that they themselves held hostage that are actively taking a part in HaGal Sheli's programming right now. The reason I came to speak with you guys today is that even our name is in Hebrew. We are not very good in U.S. and getting the name out. We're not one of those NGOs that have offices and staff on the ground. I'm here for 4 days for the conference, and it was really important for me. I met some of the community in Boca, which was amazing, when your guys' federation came out, and I said, this is a really special community. You guys are trying to help where we actually need it. So we spoke, and this amazing opportunity arose. So I give you guys all the challenge today. I want you to remember that anyone that we're able to bring into HaGal Sheli, my wave, has between 75 to 82% chance of not developing PTSD. You can take that trauma they had on the 7th or in Gaza, and you can leave it as that. You can have a spontaneous recovery from trauma. That's what the top experts have learned from the time in Gaza. We've been extremely lucky. We have had an influx, an incredible influx of participants pouring in. Nova survivors telling other Nova survivors, come, this really helped me, this really helped my girlfriend. Right now we're running a group of women, for example, from Nir Oz, that they themselves are survivors of Hamas captivity, their partners, their sisters. We have groups of those heroes from the kibbutzim and the yeshuvim. It's called Rav Shatzim, the ones that took their guns, and on October 7th, they went out to fight. We have children that were locked in their bomb shelter for over 20 hours in the dark. Real survivors of everything that occurred and all of the horrors of October 7th. So instead of being, a darkness, we say, how can we learn from this and how can we grow stronger? We're Israelis. We're really resilient. So what I ask of you guys is to share the word. help us, support us, help us bring more trauma survivors from the waiting list. And trust me, there's really, really long waiting lists into our program. You guys can make a true difference. I am running back to the conference to speak. I'm going to leave some brochures out there. So after Shabbat, if you guys feel compelled, share it on your social media, tell a friend. And thank you guys to the community of Boca. Thank you to the amazing synagogue and community here. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Do you have time for like a couple
Yeah, of
questions?
course.
Or does anyone have any
Happily.
questions that they'd like to ask Rachel? Okay, so Harvey, Steve,
Happily.
yeah.
Yes, American soldiers who have served in Iraq and Syria, places like that, there's been a lot of PTSD. Has anyone from the United States been in contact with your group in Israel on how they can treat soldiers here with PTSD?
That's a great question. Actually, we got invited to the White House a year and a half ago when the U.S. was looking for a solution just in case there was another 9/11-esque terror attack. And we said, we can solve your problem on the coast, in the Midwest, good luck, you don't have an ocean. And we showed them our methodologies. Actually, right now, following the terror attack in Bondi, in Sydney, Australia, the Jewish community of Australia called upon us to help them. Some of their children are afraid to go out on the street with a Jewish star, with a kippah. And so we're now in the process of opening an emergency center right now in Bondi. So
Amazing.
it's,
Steve, yeah.
Do you have people actually graduate the program?
yeah, so it's not just trauma survivors. For the last 12 years, we've as well been working with at-risk youth. So those that are known by the welfare societies, those that have been taken out of their homes, sexual abuse survivors. And for a lot of these kids, finishing something is not trivial. It might be the first thing they've graduated. They've been kicked out of schools. And so we give them a certificate. We actually, the ones that stay with us for years, they themselves become certified surf instructors, and then they come back in and volunteers, and they pass it on to other trauma survivors or youth.
Marty, yeah.
Well, first off, Colton, it's an amazing program. It really is. You have everything. What are you saying?
Thank you so much.
I said, first off, color mode, what you're doing is amazing and really very impressive. Aside from financial contributions, which obviously are always, I'm sure, welcome, is there an opportunity for people to come and help and volunteer there? Because it sounds like a remarkable program.
Thank you so much. So we definitely have the opportunity to come as delegations. So if you guys are coming on a synagogue delegation
We
or
are,
so
in June.
so come. See you all in June. Whoever's coming. We would love to have you.
Oh, wow.
It's therapy, so you can't actually be in the water in the sessions with the trauma survivors, but you can come, you can hear about it live, you can meet some of the people, and you can see it in action. So we would love to have you, and if you guys are coming or families are coming through, send them our number. You guys all have our contacts, and we would really love to have a coffee with you guys in our center.
All right, so like a couple last questions. Louis, Shayna, and then Alyssa. Okay.
Both of those right. But question, what does the Israeli government do to support you?
So thankfully, we receive some of the funding, about a third of the funding we receive from the Ministry of Welfare or Defense or the different ministries throughout Israel. So we're able to stretch every dollar that we receive a little bit further. But it's a nonprofit. It's filling the gaps in, governmental assistance.
Shayna?
So there's also a field of like trauma-informed yoga, and I'm wondering if for the Midwest or for places where there aren't near the ocean, there's an opportunity for like sharing of information between different modalities, but this kind of like immersive and physical type of therapy. Have you had any contact with like, other professionals who are trying to do PTSD work from a different,
We have, it's new actually, it's a really good point. There's so many ways to treat trauma, some effective, some less effective. A big problem in Israel right now is everyone just adding the word therapy to anything that they're doing in order to receive funding, and then trauma survivors thinking that they're getting help and they're really not, which is more detrimental. Right now we've partnered with a lot of the big organizations in Israel, like Natal and the Fund for the Victims for Terror, different federations, and we're trying, a lot of the research is being done actually in HaGal Sheli. So everything is measured by Ben Gurion University. All the statistics I told you. So trauma survivors coming in that are doing just the surf therapy are reporting 75% less self-blame, people that survived and their families didn't. Less reactivity, the ability to sit like you guys are with your back to the door. It's not trivial. We've combined different techniques with immersion in the body because stress builds up in the body. The second that you're giving them that opportunity, whether it be via surfing or yoga or whatever it is, you're breaking that down physically. But with surfing, it's the ultimate arena because you're actually detached. There's no news, there's no phone, and you're in the moment. You're getting smashed by another wave. The ocean doesn't care who you are on October 7th. So we definitely are.
Final question?
Well, my question was going to be, how are you getting your data? Just because that's an astounding number to say that you're preventing the development of PTSD. Like 75 to 82% is pretty significant. So I was wondering where you're getting your data and like how much follow-up are you doing with your participants to know that like after 6 months post-treatment, they're still reporting a decrease in symptoms?
So that's a really great question. We have some of the top doctors and psychologists from Ben Gurion University in the Negev that measure externally all of our programming. We measured 1 year after October 7th, and these were the statistics from 1 year, and we were scared that it would go externally down as you go further away from anything, just like in medicine, the longer you take to treat it. But we were wrong, and they changed about 4 to 5% up and down, and they actually found that our programming after a second study done by Ben Gurion University is still effective, and it's even more effective for cases that rank themselves as a 4 or a 5 on a scale of not functioning. So people that are not able to leave the house, not able to hold down a job, they find HaGal Sheli's programming most effective. And we keep measuring. Everything is really data-driven. If you guys stop by on your mission, I'll show you all of our systems. Every kid, if he needs extra referral, if he didn't show up, who called him and why didn't come.
Thank you.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Rachel. Rachel has to go. She's going to be, I'm so grateful that she's about to be presenting in front of thousands of people. Thank you, Rachel. And I think of course, we will send out the information about HaGal Sheli to support financially, but I think the greatest thing is tell your friends, tell Jewish friends, non-Jewish friends about this amazing organization, what they're doing, and we have materials that Rachel left that you can bring home with you.
I brought you guys some swag too.
We have some swag, so thank you all.
I'll put everything outside on the...
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
And we have one of our own that knows a lot about us.
Yeah.
If you found inspiration in today's episode of Torah from Boca, please visit Rabbi David Baum at Congregation Sha'arei Kodesh in Boca Raton. Discover more of his teachings and community work by visiting rabbidavidbaum.com. Subscribe, share, and join us again as we connect ancient wisdom to the challenges of today. Thank you for listening.